We are pleased to welcome in now our Sam Cosentino. And Sam, the big question, do you think Alexis Lafrenière will be with this team once camp opens?
I do believe that will be the case, but there are a couple of dates to be mindful of here. The first is November 16th, when the team reports to Red Deer for the start of the evaluation camp. That date to me right now is a little bit iffy. The next date would be December 13th, when the team moves from Red Deer into the Edmonton bubble. So essentially the December 13th date is that cutoff date. Now there was talk today about Tom Rennie, the president of Hockey Canada, speaking with Jeff Gorton, the Rangers general manager, and those two have had ongoing dialogue about Lafrenière and his status. Of course, if the NHL season is going to start on January 1st, then he will not be made available. There's most people out there that believe that that won't be the case and that the NHL season will be pushed back. And if that scenario, I think Lafrenière becomes available. And I think, once again, yes, he participates. Keep in mind, Carly, he hasn't played a game since March 8th. How long do you really want to be sitting out, especially if the start of training camp or even the start of the NHL season isn't until past, let's say, the middle of January?
All right, and it wasn't that long ago that Alexis Lafrenière secured his position atop the draft. But can you tell us about a name that maybe isn't on the radar right now but could become a household name over this holiday season during the tournament?
You know, one guy I'm thinking about is Peyton Krebs, and he spent time with Vegas in the bubble during the course of the playoffs with the Golden Knights. But here's a guy who a couple of years ago, when he was drafted by the Vegas Golden Knights, 2 weeks before the draft, he ruptured his Achilles, and that, I think, affected his status. He ended up going 17th overall, but probably would have been somewhere near the top 10 had that injury not occurred. Now he goes back last year with the Winnipeg Ice, puts up more than a point per game there, a real good playmaker, a guy who can play center but can also play the wing. And I think now that he's back to full health, he's confident, he's had a little bit of that taste of what NHL life is all about. I think he's a guy poised to do really big things for Canada. And let's not forget about Shane Wright, the exceptional player, awesome at the end of last year for the Kingston Frontenacs. He may very well make some noise as well.
And Sam, just like all things 2020, a unique camp, a unique tournament to look forward to this year. What are some potential benefits maybe of this longer training camp schedule for Team Canada?
You know, typically what they've done in the past is they've used our CIBC Canada-Russia series that's on Sportsnet to evaluate players and really cut the camp down to size so that in a short period of time they can evaluate and make quick cuts and then get moving forward with the team at around the middle of December. Where they're going to benefit this time around is all the video scouting that's been done by Alan Miller and head coach Andre Tournier will now come to fruition with all the players actually being on the ice in front of them. And of course, the evaluation process is different on video than it is in person. Now, all told, once the game starts and once the camp starts, you're looking at a span of about 51 days. There's going to be plenty of time for everyone to make their mark, to get comfortable, to get up to speed with the game that they're used to playing. The next part is there's going to be a massive amount of time for this team to really bond and gel together. So that long time period that we're talking about here has huge benefits for Hockey Canada, for the evaluation of on ice, as well as the team bonding as they move towards that final 25-man roster.
All right, Sam, thank you so much for taking the time. Looking forward to things getting started at camp November the 16th. We know you'll be along with us for the ride.
Great to see you, Carly. Thanks.